Get ready. Get set. It's time for the basement view. Hey, what's going on? It's me. Glad to be here. Boy, I tell you, I'm not going to complain because it could be terrible out there, but it's not. I am happy as hell. Man, we got some decent weather going, and I just ain't going to complain. Not at all. Loving every minute of it. Happy to be here. Happy to be alive. Hey, Charles, what's up, man? Man, I am just ecstatic about how things are going right now. Even though Saturday, let me tell you all the story. Saturday, when I came in for the evening, I heard a gurgling sound. The sound of air leaving a tire. And lo and behold, hey, Carmen, lo and behold, I didn't go anywhere Sunday. Stayed in all day Sunday. Didn't even go in the garage. Went in the garage this morning just to look. Back tire flat as a pancake. So that's what I woke up to do today. Hey, Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. And I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. But I woke up to go get a set of tires. And, hey, that even went well. I ordered the tires online for the first time in my life. I ordered them and set up the appointment and everything. Hey, James. And got up and went to the appointment and was in the place approximately 1 hour. You can't beat that. So within 1 hour, I had new tires and on my way back home. How y'all doing today? Everything good with y'all? Hope you're well. Hope you're healthy. And hope you're eating good. Who's doing the cooking? I'm coming. Because, I like to eat. Hey, James, I understand. Alive? Yes, absolutely. Because there are those that didn't make it. Where did I get them from? Where did I get the tires from? I got them from Discount Tire. I actually went online and check this out. I just realized I saw a young lady on social media, and she does a lot of traveling. And how she's able to do a lot of traveling is when she buys things. Everything she buys online through an airline affiliate. You've seen the I don't know how much flying you all do, but all the airlines have partners, partner websites and stuff like that. And they always have, you can get miles just for shopping for the stuff that you would normally get. And this young lady, she buys everything through airline affiliates and hotel affiliates. So I signed up for United's Mileage Plus program. And sure enough, Discount Tire was on it. So they actually had 1 mile for every dollar I spent. So that was a quick 1,000 miles. And also got some good discounts too, because they had a military discount and an $80 discount rebate just for buying them online and setting everything up online. So, Hey, I saved a couple $100 that way. Got me some decent tires. Worked out. So I decided I'm going to give that a try. Yeah. And I'm going to give that a go. When I buy stuff, I'm just going to buy it through airline and hotel affiliates, shop online. I've never bought tires online or set up the appointment to get them installed. Check this out. I had a 3:30 appointment. And I said, hey, why don't I just get up off my ass and go up here? They open at 8. I got there about 8:25. And there was a group of folks there, but they had me in and out in an hour. How about that? Go Discount Tire. So, can't beat it. Now, I wasn't happy about having to spend $1,000 first thing in the morning, but at least they put a little salve on it. So anyway, did anyone hear about this crazy fool out in New York? I mean, crazy. He set fire to a woman on the subway. And the only reason I want to show this, I'm not going to show one that shows the actual fire, but I'm going to show the occurrence. What I want to show is this guy is literally sitting there on the bench while this person is burning on the car, the subway car. And this person is I think they said a Nicaraguan. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Sometimes my tongue get in the way. But a Nicaraguan immigrant. So let's have a look at this and have a talk about it.
Yo! Talking to the family, this is a person right here. Oh, bro. Yo! Oh, no! Yo! Talking to the family, this is a person right here. Oh, bro.
Now the person sitting on the bench is the guy that set the person on fire. That's crazy. Just sitting there looking.
Yo!
Gruesome and deadly attack on the subway. Police have a person of interest in custody after someone set a woman on fire on an F train, killing her.
Police say the killer walked up to the victim and lit her clothes on fire. By the time officers got to the woman, she was fully engulfed in flames.
This is one of several violent attacks in the subway system this weekend. One person was killed, another was injured in a stabbing incident on a 7 train during an apparent robbery gone bad in Woodside, Queens. And yesterday, 2 people shot on a subway platform in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn.
The subway violence comes during a time authorities are trying to assure New Yorkers about the safety of mass transit ahead of congestion pricing next month and a probable fare hike this summer. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon.
The NYPD tonight is calling cameras now in every subway car a game changer. MTA video taken in an F train at Stillwell Avenue captured the terrifying crime this morning.
It offered detectives immediately answers to questions that they had. What happened?
Officers had seen and smelled smoke and came running over.
What they saw was a person standing inside the train car, fully engulfed in flames.
They got the flames out with a fire extinguisher, but the woman died at the scene. The video also offered clear pictures of the man who had used a lighter to set fire to her clothes while she may have been sleeping and stayed and watched.
We asked the media to broadcast those images far and wide so we could use the viewing public as a force multiplier. And New Yorkers came through again.
A group of high school students spotted the man in the photo on another train and called 911.
Our transit sergeant responded to that location
met with these young high school students, looked inside the train, and saw an individual that he recognized from wanted flyers that we got out earlier.
The suspect was taken into custody. Police say he's a citizen of Guatemala, in New York since 2018. Tonight, the governor praised the quick arrest, but her tweets today about additional cameras, officers, and National Guard members helping bring subway crime down have been met with concerns about fare hikes and the congestion pricing toll meant to make the subway more appealing on an especially violent weekend. Overnight, a man was stabbed to death in what police think was a robbery attempt on a 7 train in Woodside. And yesterday, panicked subway riders ran from gunfire at a Q train station in Sheepshead Bay, where 2 people survived being shot, and the search continues for the shooter. The subway cameras in Coney Island this morning and the presence of officers in transit played critical roles in that quick apprehension, but still couldn't stop a man from killing a woman on the subway for no apparent reason. That woman still hasn't been identified tonight. She was burned beyond recognition. Outside police headquarters in Lower Manhattan, Sonia Rincon, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, I stand corrected. Guatemala. Well, good, because I can't say Nicaragua anyway. So, and I guess you can guess I failed geography. So he's from Guatemala. And James, you said this is the second time he's been caught doing something? And that's jacked up. And, you know, we do have a problem with a bunch of these undocumented folks doing unheard of stuff. Let's face it. You know, and they do seem to work their way in and out of the justice system. Don't know how that works. Every place, you know, every jurisdiction has some weird difference from every other jurisdiction. And, you know, I guess we're going to see come the first month of next year. I just heard on the news today that the new border czar and the Chicago mayor are having a pissing contest right now. This guy seems to have his sights set on Chicago. Oh, his second time being caught here undocumented. Oh, okay. Well, you know, our justice system is ill-equipped to deal with this. And neither party, well, I'm not going to say neither party. We know which party stands in the way every time there's something to be done. We know who does what, okay? We know who stands in the way just so they can make that the argument, you know? And you know what? That party trips me out. They break shit and then bitch about it being broke and then won't help fix it and then get their idiot supporters to vote for them as the people to fix it. Okay, let me move on because that's jacked up. But this new border czar decided he's going to make Chicago his first stop. I'm going to be in Chicago on day one. Well, okay. And the mayor of Chicago simply said some time ago, you know, hey, can't stop you from coming, but you're not welcome. You ain't welcome in Chicago. Oh, this guy took that shit to heart. He done decided the Chicago mayor is now his example. Now, you know, should the mayor have said anything? You know, hey, the Fed's going to do the Fed thing. You, as the mayor of Chicago, do your thing. Don't get caught up in this goofy shit and get caught in a trick bag trying to deal with these feds and end up in some kind of legal jeopardy, you know, because you're trying to protect people you can't protect. You cannot protect them. You can call yourself a sanctuary city Okay, you can help them if you want, help them however you can. But once that jackboot Fed walk in, you're just going to have to get out of the way and let them do what they do. Personally, I can't wait. I can't wait. So let's just see what it do. Yeah, he challenges anybody that stands in the way. Yeah, and hey, let's face it, why stand in his way? Don't get in his way. Let them do what they do. Whatever they decide to do, sit back and watch and let them do what they do. Because, a lot of people, if you give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves. So get out of the way. They're under federal law. You can't trump that. So let's see what happens. This guy is hell bent. I want to see how this works. I'm dying to see how this process works. And I'm also dying to see if we as Americans just stand there and watch. My money is on yes. We're just going to stand there and watch. That's going to be my money, because nobody want to get in trouble for somebody else, for that guy. I don't want to get in no trouble for that guy. While that guy is screaming and yelling, I'm only going to scream and yell when they kicking my door down. So that's how Americans are. I tell you what, you want to see a group of people that usually stick together pretty good? The French. I tell you, when the government does something that the French people don't like, they will drop everything right now. They will walk off the job. They will shut the bus off and walk out of that motherfucker right in the middle of traffic. They will shut the trucks off, walk off, tell them, take this shit. You want it? Oh, you gonna tax me so the rich person can live? Okay, let that rich motherfucker drive this truck. I love the way they shut the entire country down when their government steps out of line. And then their government backtracks and they say, okay, we thought so. We can go back to work. We can go back to doing the shit the right way. So I kind of wish the Americans could take a page out of the French handbook. Yeah, James, that's pretty much what we're going to do. We're going to do nothing. We're going to stand around and watch whatever happens happen. I hope I'm wrong. If there is some kind of movement, I plan to join, but personally, I don't know how to start a movement, but I'd be glad to get out there with one. Of course, we have to see what's going to happen first. But typically, the United States tradition is stand back and watch somebody else get jacked up and just hope it doesn't come to you. Well, Charles, I tell you like this. To the truly undocumented ones, we cannot help them. But if they start to gather up people who are legitimately here, documented, born and raised, United States citizens, see, they got their sights set on undoing a lot of stuff. Not just taking undocumented people out. When they decide they're going to start rounding up citizens, okay, then it is on us to protest in some way. Get out and do something, you know. So, unfortunately, that will probably be limited, and it depends on how much force is brought. We'll see. We'll see. What will the American people do? Now, one thing I can tell you, one thing for sure, let us, and when I say us, I mean us, let us not get in a trick bag, because the minute we run out there, the rules change. See, the rules of engagement change when this is out there going down the street. So let's make sure whatever we do, we're just backing up another group. See, because that other group, that group that stormed the Capitol that day, the ones that's wearing that pastel, see, you notice it wasn't no National Guard around doing no shooting and shit and stomping and shit that day. So let's just make sure we don't get in a trick bag. I'm all for doing something for those, but let's make sure we understand what was real. Okay? So, anywho, last Monday, or was it Monday? Can't remember what day it was. Might have been Thursday. But remember, I rushed off of here to go watch a game that I knew was going to upset my stomach. That's a damn shame. I rushed off of here to go watch a damn game that I knew was going to upset my stomach. Shame on me. Shame on me. So I ain't doing that. I just remembered that. We're just sitting here as I was talking. I thought about, the time that's going on right now. And I know some of you probably want to be watching that Green Bay game right now. And if you tune into the game, that's cool. I ain't got a problem with that. If you want to watch that game and leave this stuff I'm talking about, that's fine. No hard feelings. But, I'm going to go ahead and run my mouth a little bit right now. Anyway, so on another note, old Clarence Thomas and his boys are at it again. Apparently, this guy is never, ever going to be held accountable for anything. This guy here, Clarence Thomas, and now his buddy Sam Alito, they're violating the ethics again and the federal tax policies again, accepting all kind of gifts and bribes and rides on planes and all kind of gratuities and whatever the hell, not declaring nothing, enjoying the hell out of life, and there ain't jack shit we can do about it. Nothing we can do about it at all. Nothing we can do about it. I got to tell you, what a shame. They're just going to do whatever the hell they want to do on that Supreme Court. They're just going to do whatever they want to do. And yeah, Carmen, you're right. He needs to go, but with no political will to get rid of him. They just doing whatever they want to do right out in the open. I mean, right out in the open. Don't care. Don't care. Not a bit. So, and that's another one of those things about what are the people going to do? You know? Trump will put another conservative one in. Yeah. That, of course, that's what he would do. Absolutely. And, you know, right now, right now we got, you want to say half the company one way and half the company the other. Well, this country is just, it is not the kind of country that would split itself up and fight again. I don't think. When they have a past jail card, they can do whatever they want. Yes, James, absolutely. Hey, Green Bay just scored. That's not a surprise. Yeah, Carmen, he's right. They can do whatever they want when they get out of jail card, past jail. Hell yeah. And, the sad part about this is, there is no will to hide it from you and I. There's no will to hide it from us. They're doing it right in clear view, right in our face, and saying, hey, screw you. Ain't nothing you can do. And they want to stand in judgment of us. Here's people who stand in judgment of us. How that shit work? You stand in judgment of others while you do every low down, worthless thing you can do. You think they're Republicans that know right from wrong? Well, apparently there's not enough of them, because apparently they didn't count. Apparently when when it's your side, you don't care. That particular side has gotten just completely corrupt and don't care. The little man on the totem pole only wants to be on the winning side. That's all they want. The little man just wants to be on the winning side. And long as you can say my side won, you don't care about what those at the top are doing. That's what's happening right now. We've divvied up sides, and if my side win, I'm good. So we'll have to take another approach. Okay? And then there's this other guy, Matt Gaetz. Oh, by the way, I saw something else that caught my eye. Hey, have a look. Well, they stopped the government from shutting down. Yeah, they did. But, in stopping the government from shutting down, that only helped them, And I'm glad they did do that. Let's see if they can, defy Trump some more, because apparently he's pretty pissed about that. And from what I hear, he's pissed about two things. He's pissed about them not shutting the government down, and he's pissed about people calling Elon Musk President Elon. Yes, Carmen, it did help everybody. Absolutely. I am so happy that they did stop it from being shut down. Absolutely. So Trump is not happy about that, though. He wanted it shut down because he wanted the debt ceiling raised, and he is upset that people are saying President Elon. He had a speech here the other day, and he made mention of that shit. And you know, when he mentions something, it's because he's pissed about it. Okay? So they're getting on his nerves with that. And that's good. So, well, anyway, I saw another funny thing on social media. Not funny, actually kind of tragic. Here, have a look at this craziness.
Taking a bill, bro. Alright, I got pictures. Yeah.
What? Is that crazy or what? They are, you know, you got to be crazy to let somebody stick you in a fender skirt, a fender flare, to try and get you into another country. You got to be out of your mind. There is no way in hell I'd let somebody pack me in a fender flare to try to get me across a border. Boy, that is crazy. That is absolutely insane. But yeah, what can you say? What can you say? Damn. So anyway, speaking of corruption, how about Matt Gaetz? Let's have a look at him and his foolishness.
Congressman Matt Gaetz is suing the House Ethics Committee and its chairman to block the release of a report about his conduct. CBS News has obtained a final draft of that report. Congressional investigators allege President-elect Donald Trump's former pick for Attorney General paid multiple women for sex, including a minor. The report also found he bought and used illegal drugs. The long-running investigation concluded the Trump ally violated multiple state laws. Gaetz, who resigned from Congress following President-elect Donald Trump's plans to include him in his cabinet, has denied any wrongdoing. CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane joins us now with more on this. A lot to get through here, Scott. What's the former congressman's argument for keeping the report under wraps in this civil suit against the committee?
Yeah, in this lengthy 40-page civil suit, the former congressman's arguing that the details included in this forthcoming Ethics Committee report would be defamatory. He has argued consistently that the allegations are baseless and that he has been exonerated by the separate parallel Department of Justice investigation of misconduct. So he'd like a temporary restraining order to keep this report from being publicly released, which was expected today. The legal challenge, Janelle, was filed today here in Washington, D.C. federal court. We'll see what the judge decides to do. We'll also see what the committee decides to do if they do go forward and, in fact, release the report today.
And can you walk us through some of the evidence here, Scott?
What they're alleging in this Ethics Committee investigation is that there were payments made, and I've got the notes here from our findings, from the committee's findings and our review of it, that there were more than $90,000 exchanged to 12 different women between 2017 and 2020. What's more, they're alleging in this report that that was likely connected to sexual activity and to drugs that would include cocaine and ecstasy. The committee's investigation is alleging that Matt Gaetz had sex with a minor, with a 17-year-old, and that there was illicit drug use and messages involved with this alleged misconduct. But we got to underscore, Matt Gaetz has unequivocally and consistently denied these allegations and argued that he's been exonerated by a federal criminal investigation of allegations of misconduct. That's what's in the Ethics Committee report as reviewed by CBS News.
Scott, why did the Ethics Committee vote to release this when we know Gaetz is now no longer a member of Congress?
Yeah, why is a good question. We do know it's distinctive because for anything to move out of the House Ethics Committee, which has 5 Democrats and 5 Republicans, one member of the party has to join the others to get a majority. So somebody has joined up to have a majority of this Ethics Committee to order the release of a report publicly. There's been criticism of them doing so because typically the House Ethics Committee loses jurisdiction once a member leaves the body, no longer under the Ethics Committee's domain. Matt Gaetz stood down from his post. He quit his position in the House. So Republicans have argued you shouldn't release this report because he's not a member of Congress now. A majority of the committee appears to have voted to change that protocol in this case.
It was so much fun that I ended up doing a whole 3 years. Don't quote me on it being fun because I'm supposed to never ever say it. My mom actually told me never ever say it. Now I'm saying it in the interview. I enjoyed it. Like, I know that it's not, like, normal for somebody to say they enjoy being in prison or jail, but I enjoyed it. Imagine going to, like, Disneyland. Like, imagine, like, we be seeing all these men, like, on the streets or in the hood or, like, blah, blah, and they're just not accessible because there's bad out here. Why guys don't want...
Now, this guy right here is a perfect fit for Matt Gaetz.
There's some bad out there, and they like pussy, so they ain't gonna fuck us. But imagine these fine asses behind bars, never able to even smell a scent of some pussy, but all they get is your pussy. Okay, comments. And so that's honestly what made it fun for me. Like, I milked it for all it was worth. I was only supposed to do 1.5 years, but I ended up doing a whole 3 years, and I was getting down silly by the finest. Like, oh my.
Were you forced to be sober? Were you forced to be sober there too?
No. I was a bad bitch in prison. Like, prison was, like, fun. I was fucking on the hottest and the most powerful in there. So, yeah, they were bringing in, like, weed, cell phones, all that shit. And I would get a piece because my throw game is silly. So I give a nigga this neck, bitch, and he would give me his left organ. Like, it was silly. So, no, I never went without anything. Like,
Figured I'd throw that in there because he just seemed to be the perfect guy to keep Matt Gaetz company, you know, where Matt Gaetz should be. I mean, that's who should be keeping Matt Gaetz company, you know, in my opinion. So, my unqualified opinion. So, yeah. So, you know, if you can look at Matt Gaetz and see anything other than a crook, a drug head, a liar, and a cheat. If you see anything different than that when you look at Matt Gaetz, I feel sorry. I just feel sorry. Man. Now, one other thing I have to say. Now, Merrick Garland, the current Attorney General, has had all of this information the entire time. The entire last 4 years, the current Attorney General has had all of this information. Why no charges? Why no charges? Somebody tell me. You know, the guy sat there in Congress. Yeah, that's what I thought, Charles. That's what I thought. That's why I said it's a perfect guy to spend time with Matt Gaetz. You know, Matt Gaetz and him would get along just fine. But yeah, there's been no charges on this guy. He supposedly even set up a fake office email to buy drugs. No charges. So you tell me. You tell me. So anyway, guess I'm going to leave it at that because I'm just baffled. I'm literally baffled why this guy is out walking around. Somebody tell me, why is this guy out walking around? Sex with kids, sex across state lines, all kinds of dope, $90,000, through apps and all kind of shit. And he's still walking around. Anyway, Green Bay is playing New Orleans, I believe. So, anywho, I'm going to leave it right there. I guess I'll go up here and watch some of this game. But, this gives us, it's the Saints. Yeah, that's what I thought. New Orleans, yeah. So, yeah, our future president is a felon. Absolutely. Absolutely. I guess, felons of a feather flock together. So, anyway, I'm going to leave it right there. I will not be on here Christmas, Wednesday. I'm going to take Christmas off and relax and do some research for the stuff coming after, after Christmas. We're going to get into that financial stuff. So I will not be here Wednesday, Christmas Day. I'm going to wish all of y'all a very good Christmas. And I will see you Friday for sure. And get into some of the stuff that we can look forward to making some money in the new year. Okay? Sound good? Sound good to me. So I will see you Friday. Thanks for checking me out. Y'all take it easy. See ya.